Welcome everybody in Middle Tennessee to the Tennessee Virtual College Fair sponsored by your TACRO organization and here powered by StriveScan. My name is Ron Macom. I am your StriveScan facilitator this evening, and joining me are colleagues from the other side of the desk at Lenoir-Rhyne, Faulkner University, Hendrix College, the University of Mississippi, or more commonly known as Ole Miss, Concord University, and the University of Colorado in Boulder. So a few housekeeping items that I have for you this evening. The Q&A function is live and on, and that's how you will communicate your questions to the panelists tonight. They will answer you through the Q&A. As you know, your camera and microphone are off, and the panelists cannot hear you or see you. We just want to remind you to sign up for more sessions if you need to, and they are available. And last, the session is being recorded, and you will receive, actually you can access the session, the recorded session, on the same page that you registered for this particular webinar. Okay. All right. I am going to turn it over to Sarah at Lenoir-Rhyne, and off you go, folks. Have a great session.
Thank you. So as you said, my name is Sarah. I'm an enrollment counselor at Lenoir-Rhyne. We are located in Hickory, North Carolina. So we're about an hour kind of into the state, not too far from the Tennessee area. I work with our Tennessee students as well as South Carolina and Western North Carolina students. So I work with quite a bit of a variety. And like I said, I am a first year enrollment counselor, so I get to help you guys throughout this process. A couple of things with LR is we do pride ourselves in a smaller atmosphere and being that smaller class size. So with that, we have roughly 17 students, usually average, in a classroom. For me personally, while I was here as a student, my quote big class was about 25 to 30 people. So your classes are pretty small, and you do get to know your professors and classmates that way. Additionally, with that, your faculty and student ratio is very small here. So it's about 12 to 1. So again, you get that personal relationship with not only your classmates, but also your fellow students, and just getting to know them throughout this process and while you're here at LR. Even though, like I said, we are smaller, so total with our graduate students and our undergraduate, we're around 2,700 students. Now, that being said, even though we're smaller, we have about 40 to 42 states represented and 31 countries on our campus. So we still have a wide variety of students, and you're definitely always learning either something in the classroom or just something from a friend of yours in class or in even your dorm room. As I mentioned, we are in Hickory, so our Hickory area is constantly growing, and with that comes a couple of different perks and kind of activities and opportunities for students, I guess you could say. Some of those are different discounts, but some of those are also different companies coming into the town and different ways to get connected to areas on campus. We do have about 23 athletic teams, and we are a Division II school. We participate in the South Atlantic Conference that you may or may not have heard of, but we do have a variety of teams. The only teams we do not have represented on our campus are field hockey and wrestling. Other than that, we have, you name it, we've got the sport. Additionally, we have intramural opportunities for students who still just want to play, but more so for fun, not really the commit of being a college student athlete. And additionally, our clubs on campus are constantly growing, and that list ever changes. I think the last I heard there was about 60 plus student or organizations on campus, and those range in any variety from Greek life to different community service projects. So with some of the specifics too with LR and also our area, but also the process. So your first thing, if you have not applied, I always recommend students to send in an application. We do have an upcoming deadline of Friday, and that is our priority notification deadline, and that is a faster way for us to let you know kind of where you are in the cycle and give you your decision by the end of the month. So if you get everything in by Friday for October 16th, that's your first deadline. if you can't hit October, do November, same thing. You get that response by the end of the month. And for our application, kind of down here to the right, we are test optional this year. So if you have test scores, feel comfortable, really want us to look at them, send them all in. If you kind of fell into that trap this year of test scores and getting to retest, we are able to read everything without that. Since we work with you personally throughout this whole process, I'm getting to know you, and that means I don't need a essay or resumes, anything like that, because I'm getting to know a lot more about you on a personal basis sometimes, and it kind of lightens your load of what you need for a complete application for us. Additionally, on this slide, I included a fee waiver code, and that is the LR-BEAR21, and if you include that, that's your application fee waived. And additionally, like I said, that's kind of your specifics with that. And with what I was mentioning too, with our campus area and our community in Hickory, we are creating a river and a city walk. And so what that is connecting, LR with our downtown area as well as our lake and river area in town. And additionally, we are open for on-campus and virtual visits. So if you're still interested with LR after this, but don't get to get your questions answered, or we don't get to chat throughout this, feel free to always shoot me an email. I included it on the slide, but also come visit campus even virtually. I know you guys are still a little bit farther away from us, and I can sit and talk one-on-one more with you, again, through Zoom, and just kind of walk through the process as a whole for you. And so with that, I will turn it over to our next one.
Okay, Philip from Faulkner University is up next.
Sorry about that. Now, sorry about that. Well, I'm Philip Randolph. I am the admissions counselor for the state of Tennessee for Faulkner University. As you can see here on the screen, Faulkner University was founded in 1942 as Montgomery Bible College, and in 1985 became Faulkner University and became a four-year institution. So we're looking at an institution that's really been 4 years for only 35 years, so we're relatively new. But I feel like in the last few years especially, we've really made some great strides towards being a competitive university. Faulkner University, I believe, offers a unique experience for students, and I believe this is really based on a couple of factors. First, we are a very small university, a Christian university. And I say small, and you'll see the numbers, of course, in a couple of slides, but we're very small compared to most universities. I would say that our university, a whole university student population, would be smaller than some colleges at some of the other universities. But we feel like this is a positive for Faulkner. We, as mentioned earlier, we are very small, and so the student-teacher ratio is 15-1, and that really lends itself to a great experience for students because you get to know your professors. You see them in the cafeteria, you'll see them at ball games, and you get to know them. They get to know you. They want to know where you want to be, and they want to get you there. So I believe the small size as far as academics is a big plus, as well as social life. You pretty much have the opportunity to know everyone on campus, which we feel like is positive. The second factor we believe that makes Faulkner a unique experience is that it's a Christian university. This means that your professors, no matter if it's English, legal studies, physical therapy, whatever you study, it's going to be taught from the Christian worldview from a biblical perspective. We have chapel every day and Bible classes every semester. And so we feel like this is a unique experience as well, that Faulkner University is a Christian university. Faulkner is located in Montgomery, Alabama, which is the capital city of Alabama. We are located from most any city or town in Middle Tennessee. We're about 4.5 to 5 hours from anyone. We're located in the south central part of the state. A couple of other attractions or areas that are close to give you a reference is we're about a 2-hour drive from the Appalachian Trail, which is the mountains of North Alabama. We are about a 3-hour drive from Gulf Shores Beach, which are the beaches in Alabama, and about a 3.5-hour drive from the Florida beaches, Panama City, Miramar Beach, Destin, Fort Walton. We are about a 30-minute drive from both Lake Martin and Lake Jordan, and we are about a 2.5-hour drive from Atlanta. As I mentioned earlier, we're a very small university. We have about 3,500 students, including our satellite campuses, which are in Huntsville, Birmingham, and Mobile, as well as Montgomery. We have about 2,100 undergraduate students and 750 graduate students. On campus, we have about 800 to 900 students. And our student population consists of students from 40 states and 38 countries. We have about 45 undergraduate degrees, which are concentrated into 30 majors and basically 12 broad fields of study. Computer and information systems education, legal professions, English and literature, biology, recreation, leisure and fitness, psychology, social sciences, visual and performing arts, health professions, business, and history. We have 4 degree programs with 100% job placement after graduation, and these are criminal justice, computer science, counseling, and education. We're really excited about our new College of Health Sciences. We have some really strong programs now. We have a speech and language pathology master's degree program, which started last year. We have a physician's assistant master's program, which started this year. In the fall of 2021, we will have a doctoral program in physical therapy, and in 2022, we will have a doctoral program in occupational therapy. Our speech and language pathology students are a part of an autistic center, which is located in Montgomery, Alabama, which is free to the residents of Montgomery, and it's fully staffed by our speech and language pathology students. We also have a law school, Jones School of Law, which is one of only 3 accredited law schools in the state of Alabama, and at certain times we have had as high as a 98% pass rate. We are at the NAIA level in sports, and our social life basically consists of our social clubs. And we require an 18 for entrance, and you can see the different scholarships and awards there for academics. And this is my contact information if you would like to get in touch with me. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you, Philip. Elon from Hendrix College is next.
Awesome. Good evening, everyone. As I start to share my screen, like he said, my name is Elon, and I will be your recruiter here at Hendrix for all of the students in Tennessee. Hendrix is located in Conway, Arkansas, and I like to start off with a quick video about Hendrix to get you to show kind of this place and space and what that would look like if you were a student here. Awesome. So I love how that ends. It asks you a question, you know, are you in? And so you're probably wondering, well, what would I be in for? And so I'm kind of going to tell you about that. And it also explains why I made the decision to work for Hendrix, about really these programs we have to offer here and the opportunity to go to a school that's kind of different, unlike any other. So one of the programs that's really quintessential to Hendrix is the Odyssey Program. It allows our students to kind of flip their education on the head and not just go to class and write an essay or a test and be involved in a dialogue, but take your passion to the next level. Through Odyssey, you'll get to pick from 6 different themes: artistic creativity, professional leadership development, global awareness, service to the world, undergraduate research, and special projects to really expand upon what you're already doing in the classroom and really get those hands-on skills. So let's say you really have a passion for science and you really want to do a lab project. That could be undergraduate research. Or you have a professor who's already doing a research project and you want to jump in with them. That's undergraduate research. Or you're playing a sport. That could be professional leadership development, because you're gaining skills as you play a sport to kind of go beyond what you would actually just do in the classroom. Or for instance, you might study abroad. Well, while you're abroad, you're going to do a project that's beyond what you would get to do just here on Hendrix campus. So it's global awareness. So as you start to think about, wow, I have this passion for X thing, well, that could be your Odyssey. You know, an Odyssey is a journey, and everybody's journey will look different. I know one that I really particularly love is a student. She really loved chocolate. And so she took that and she went to Switzerland and she studied chocolate for a semester. And when she came back, the thing that was really cool is when she started to apply to medical school, it actually applied on your transcript, all your Odysseys. You know, it's not just Odyssey 1, 2, or 3, but it's actually the description of what you did. And so then the medical school advisors were able to see what she completed at Hendrix and how that would really translate to those next steps. So it kind of shows you that the work that you do here on Hendrix campus doesn't just stop here, but it actually follows you. Next, we have our Hendrix Murphy Scholars. What's really awesome about them is it allows you to really engage with literature and language on that next level. Some of the perks of the program is about $4,000 to kind of use for an internship, study abroad, or just taking an extra class. You take an Oxford-style class, as well as getting the opportunity to really engage with people when they come to campus, one of those front runners within language and literature in our society, which is really cool. And anytime the Murphy House really gets access to jobs or internships, the Murphy Scholars are those first people that they reach out to for those opportunities. And the next thing is career term. Here at Hendrix, you're going to have access to our career services from day one. You don't have to wait. You can go in the first day and say, hey, I'm interested in this thing, or I want to do that. They'll give you those resources. And so career term, that second semester, sophomore year, you'll come back 3 days early. This is a fully expense paid boot camp. And it works on resume writing, interview skills, your brand, and really thinking about what you need for those next steps after graduation. Hendrix is really concerned not just with what you do for these 4 years, but how you're going to excel after the fact as well. So keeping that in mind. As well as like any other small liberal arts school, you are going to find about 1,100 students on our campus, a 10-to-1 student-faculty ratio, 43 states represented, as well as 19 countries. Really knowing that a diversity is here. I like to think of it as kind of a melting pot, you know, seeing the representation you'd also see after you graduate. So I really do encourage you that if anything I did say right now strikes you as interesting, you want to know more, reach out to me. My contact information is right there on the slide. Look on our website, engage more with us. Hendrix is a place where you get to kind of do anything that you want to do. And if we don't already have it, you can bring it yourself. So thank you so much for your time. And I really do encourage you to kind of reach out to us so we can learn more about you and how you could start your journey here at Hendrix.
Perfect. Thank you, Elon. Next up is Carmen from Ole Miss.
All right. Can everyone hear me? All right. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Carmen Morris. I am the University of Mississippi, also known as Ole Miss Admissions Counselor. I'm actually based in Nashville, Tennessee, and I do recruit for the Mid and East Tennessee area. I also have my colleague, Neil Ann Chamley. She's also going to be answering any questions that you all have in the chat box, but she's actually in the Memphis, Tennessee area, which she recruits for the West area of Tennessee. So I'm super excited to be with you all on today, and just wanted to dive in a little bit about Ole Miss, and just tell you all why we love Ole Miss. So actually, we were founded in 1848, which we are actually the university's flagship, which simply means that we're the oldest university in the state of Mississippi. We actually have an undergraduate of 17,000 students here on campus. And with that, all of our students are doing awesome things. So our students are all over across the campus, all across from the world and the country. So we actually represent about 80 counties in Mississippi, about 50 states, and as well as 90 countries in the in the world. And so with that, all of our students are doing awesome things. I'll just start with our students in the state of Mississippi. So one thing that I love about Ole Miss is our student to faculty ratio. We actually have about 17-to-1 student faculty ratio. And with that, our students have about 45 students in a classroom. And I think that's super awesome, just because with that, you have not only with us being in the SEC, out of 14 universities in the SEC, we're actually the third smallest school in the SEC. So you get that small personalized feel, but with a large institution and the resources of a large institution and the amenities of a large institution. So you don't feel just like another number. And that's why I feel that not only is it really cool, but you just feel like at home because you don't feel like another number. And I think that's super cool. A lot of our students are doing great things. We have over 300 student organizations. They're getting involved, whether it's academically, socially, or professionally. They're doing great things, and you can always find a way how to get involved on campus. We're located in northern Mississippi, so we're actually about 4 hours away from Nashville, Tennessee, and we're located in the small town I love to call Oxford, Mississippi. We're located in the heart of Oxford. Our population is about 24,000, but with our students on campus, it typically doubles. There's always great experiences. We're steeped in tradition, great and delicious food, but awesome experiences here in northern Mississippi in Oxford. We're also known as one of the nation's best college towns to visit. So I highly recommend, if you ever get an opportunity, please come and visit us, because there's so many great things to do, and you'll see why we love Oxford. I wanted to dig a little into our scholarships. So we do offer 2 types of scholarships. We offer our merit-based scholarships, which typically means it's an automatic scholarship as long as you meet that ACT and GPA requirement. It's an automatic scholarship. But also we offer competitive scholarships, which is going to be our special programs and scholarship. And that actually comes as you apply. So once you apply online, you have access to that application. And that deadline is January 5th. So I always encourage students, once you apply online, definitely go ahead and apply to our special programs and special program scholarship, because you have the opportunity to do so. You just have resources and everything along when you apply. An essay and a resume is actually required. So if you all get in, you have that opportunity to do so. I also wanted to let you all know, if you really have a feel for Oxford and Ole Miss, I definitely encourage you all to apply. You would just go to olemiss.edu/apply. And we do have 2 ways that you can apply. You can either apply through our institution, or you can actually apply on the Common App. And with that, it's a $60 application fee. But actually this weekend, we do have our free application weekend, which is October 16th through the 18th. And that $60 would be waived. So I highly encourage you all to go ahead and apply this weekend. And with that, you would just send us your high school transcript. As of now, for admissions, we do not require the ACT and SAT score. But I do encourage you all, if you have the opportunity to do so, please send us those scores, because that is required for scholarships. And lastly, of course, we would love for you all to visit us on campus. You would just go to olemiss.edu oxford.edu/visit. If you have enjoyed everything and you see that Oxford and Ole Miss is a place to come, please feel free to contact me. Here's my contact information, and we would love to have you all visit. We actually have not only virtual visits, but we also have on-campus visits. And with that, that's Monday through Friday, 9:15, 11:15, and 1:15. We would love to have you all on campus. And hope y'all have a great day.
Okay. Thank you, Carmen. Next up, we have Maisie from Concord University.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'm getting ready to share some information with you. I'm glad you guys got to come out tonight. And if you're watching this recorded, hello as well. So I'm going to get to tell you about my pride and joy today, Concord University, home of the mountain lions and the campus beautiful. We were founded in 1872 as an institution for educators, and we have continued that process up until today in 2020. So we're really proud of that. We have two campuses. We have one in Athens, West Virginia, and then we have a commuter campus in Beckley, West Virginia. So we are a public liberal arts institution. We were founded, like I said, in 1872. We have over 60 undergraduate majors, minors, and programs of study, something for everyone. We have 4 graduate degree programs, and like I said, we have locations in both Athens, West Virginia, and in Beckley. One of the coolest points on this slide is Concord University offers over $21 million in financial aid a year. We are really excited to be able to offer you guys not only the opportunity to come and learn, but a great opportunity and investment as well. Our admissions requirements, of course, to apply, you can go to concord.edu/apply. We do start at a 2.0 for admission. We understand that high school, especially lately, has been tough for you guys. So we really want to make sure that we can kind of get you in the door and get you, one step further into reaching your dreams. We are offering test optional scholarships and admission for the 2021 class. So that's something that we, again, wanted to work with you guys as much as we could and get you guys in for the Concord experience. So a cool thing about our faculty, we have over 110 full-time faculty. 73% of our faculty hold the highest degree in their discipline. So that means that not only have they taken the time to go and to further their education, but they have spent time to further it up until their doctorate programs, and we're really proud of that. We do have a smaller average class size, and so what that means is you're going to get that one-on-one attention like some of our other presenters have talked about tonight. It is a great aspect of college to be able to go to a small campus and to really get to feel the environment and get to make those connections with your professors. Our student to faculty ratio is 14:1. All classes are taught by professors, so we don't have any TAs that teach classes. All of these professors that will be in front of you are people that are experienced and that are educated to be able to provide you the best education possible. And I missed one thing. So the last bullet on there talks about our advisees. So each student has an advisor that they'll meet with each semester. Those advisors are people that you are being taught by. So not only will they know the class material, but they're also going to know you, and they're going to know how you study. They're going to know what you're interested in and things of that nature. So they're really going to be able to help package your college career to help get you out of the door and get you onto a successful life. Performing arts is something that Concord takes a lot of pride in. We have music theater, bands, we have choir, and we even have dance and a television and radio station, which is really cool. Even if you don't prefer to major in those things, you still have the opportunity to do them either to get some extra course credit in, or just to do them for fun. That's something that I partook in while I was in my undergraduate at Concord. I did not major in them, but I was big in theater and choir. A list of our student activities. our Bonner Scholars Program, we are the only public institution in the nation that offers the Bonner Scholars Program. So we take a lot of pride in that. It's a service organization and there is some financial benefit to that. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Our political organizations, faith-based groups, television, newspaper, radio station, you guys can see this list here. There's something for everyone on the campus. And a cool part about the Concord campus is that our SGA has the opportunity to kind of fund and start up new programs. So if there's something not already started that you like there, it's definitely an opportunity for you to start something on your own. Outdoor recreation is a huge part of the Concord environment and the Concord community. We are located near tons and tons of opportunities for students to get out and to get involved. As you can see, Winter Place, so if you're interested in snowboarding and skiing and things of that nature, my coworker Amy Walker, who is also on the line, she'll be answering Q&As for you tonight. She knows all about the Winter Place atmosphere, so definitely feel free to ask her about that. Athletics is something that we take pride in as well at Concord. We are part of the Mountain East Conference. We are the Mountain Lions. As you can see here, a full list of all of our opportunities for athletics. We are a part of the East Sports as well, so that's definitely something really cool. We were the first school in West Virginia to start that program. If you're interested in East Sports, feel free to let us know and we'll get you some more information. Residence life on Concord's campus is a lot of fun. We have approximately 700 students that will reside on campus. We have a total of 6 residence halls. We have a lot of different opportunities for you to live in different academic or organization and substance-free floors. Parking is available for all students, freshmen and up. It's $50 for the full year. That's something we take a lot of pride into. Dining, if anybody is like me, we love to eat. We do have tons of opportunities for good food on campus. We have our cafeteria, we have Starbucks, Wingspan, and Subway. Wingspan is kind of like a Buffalo Wild Wings, and we have some different meal plan options for you guys. Public safety, we are located on the outskirts of Mercer County, which means that we are a very safe campus. We are a lot of fun, but we do make sure that our students are taken care of and that you get to go home to your families during summer break happy and healthy. All of our campus police are certified through the state of West Virginia as well. Scholarships, like I mentioned, the Bonner program earlier, it is valued at $3,000 per academic year. We also start our scholarships at a 3.0 cumulative GPA. Again, with that test optional, there are some different information that we can get to you. Feel free to type that in the Q&A later. Get social with Concord. This is a good time to screenshot. This is all of our social media that we have. You can really Google Concord University and we will come up there for you. And then the last page, feel free to take a screenshot of this. My information is down here in the corner and I'll be your all's admissions counselor for Tennessee. So thank you for coming out.
Perfect. Thanks, Maisie. Last up, Brad from CU Boulder.
All right, excellent. Thank you very much. I'll share my screen now. Thanks for hanging in there. My name is Brad Clowen. I'm the Senior Assistant Director of Admissions at CU. I'm actually based in Nashville and work with all the students in the southeast of the US, except for Florida. Pictured here is our beautiful campus right there at the foothills of the Flatirons, right near Rocky Mountain National Park. Great visual of the size of our campus. We're about 35,000 total students. 29,000 of those are undergraduates. 58% of students come from the state of Colorado, which means we're excited to welcome 42% of those students from outside the state, all across the US and all across the world. Even though we are that large institution, we still have that student to faculty ratio of 18:1. Lots of opportunities to be involved in both academics, athletics, extracurriculars, whatever you have. And a great visual of the size is everything with the red roof there in that picture is our campus. So it gives you an idea of where our campus is located, and then surrounding is that Boulder community. Very accessible by walking all throughout campus, lots of students with bikes, and obviously taking advantage of the unique backdrop that we have there in Boulder. Boulder is located about 30 miles north of Denver, so you have access to a great urban metropolitan area, but also access to the great outdoors in the mountains and many of the best ski resorts around the country. Next up here, just talking a little bit about what our students do. Inside and outside the classroom, our students are really encouraged to be innovative, to be creative, to take that next step in changing the world. They do that both inside and outside the classroom. In any of their academic programs, collaborating with one another, with their faculty, students across the college, but also civically as well, wanting to be that positive change that is going to impact the world for their generation and future generations. And it's why we've been recognized as one of the top 25 colleges for students who want to change the world. Boulder is also a great community that welcomes our students. Again, with so many students coming from across the country calling our university home, the Boulder community really wants to welcome them and make them feel at home outside the university as well. So it's why it's been recognized as one of the #1 college towns in America. So you really are a part not only of the university community, but the Boulder community as well. And the university really welcomes the Boulder community to be a part of our campus culture. And so you see that completely intertwined, really creating that great cohesive relationship between the university and the community that we're proud to call home. At our university, students have the opportunity to study in over 100 different majors across 7 colleges, schools, and programs. Just highlighting a couple of those that we're most known for, that would be the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences and the Leeds School of Business, both of which are top 20 programs for public universities in the country. But all of the colleges that we have will emphasize hands-on experiences, opportunities to work with top ranked faculty in their field, and opportunities to really engage with top companies across the world as well. Now, maybe you don't know exactly what you want to study, and that's perfectly fine. For our undecided students, they can enter into our program in exploratory studies. About 25% of our students that joined us this fall actually entered into the program exploratory studies. It's a really intentional program where students work with academic coaches to find what their interests align with, what their objectives may be in their future, and find their way into one of these 7 colleges, schools, and programs that they would graduate from. On our campus, our students are very active, very involved. They're taking advantage of all the things that a large university has to offer. If you're interested in study abroad, when the world opens up to us again, we do have over 400 different programs in 65 different countries, some that start as early as your first year on campus in week-long programs. We are also recognized as a Tier 1 research institution, which means that we have a lot of research opportunities, not only at the graduate level, but the undergraduate level as well. We have 89 different research centers across campus and 11 dedicated research institutes as well. And those span all fields of study. Also, you have that opportunity to really blend all of your interests, whether you're in a technical field, an artistic field, a science field. A lot of our programs lend well to melding together even across the different colleges to help you pursue not only your future career interests in a specific path, but also to follow some other interests and create your own path as well. Our students obviously come to campus for a lot of different reasons, but many of them are drawn to the outdoors. Just another quick snapshot of some of the things that our students take advantage of. Fair and Field, right in the heart of campus, is going to be where students are regularly seen gathering during the day. We have over 300+ days of sunshine in the state of Colorado, so there's a great opportunity to take advantage of that. Students see concerts right there in the center. You see our football stadium right there in the heart of campus as well. We are Division I. We compete in the Pac-12 conference, so lots of opportunities, big-time sports on a big-time stage. And one of the favorite traditions is the running of Ralphie, our mascot. She's a live buffalo mascot that runs a loop around the football field before football games and at halftime. And obviously quick access into the mountains. Chautauqua Park there that's listed is about 15 minutes from campus. That takes you into the trailheads all up into the mountains. Now, how do you take advantage of all that? That's through that application process. Just a quick snapshot of what is required to apply to the University of Colorado. These will be the required elements. You apply through the common application. What I want to call out there specifically is the test optional policy for the SAT and ACT. So students applying for fall 2021, we're happy to offer that test optional process like many universities across the country in light of COVID and those obstacles to actually complete the test, and you have that selection of whether you want to be test optional or not. Our theme really is, when in doubt, apply without. So you really cannot be hurt if you don't provide a score or if you weren't able to test. It can only enhance your opportunities. Deadlines there, we have 2 different deadlines, early action and regular decision. Both are non-binding. The biggest difference is when you'll hear back. Students who apply by early action and on that November 15th date will hear back on or before February 1st. Students who qualify for regular decision on January 15th will hear back on or before April 1st. So really encourage all students to seek out that early action option to have the best amount of time to make your decision of where you'll attend. In lieu of our campus visits, unfortunately, COVID prevents us from welcoming visitors, but we have a slew of opportunities to visit us virtually at colorado.edu/visit, sample lectures, opportunities to interact with our students, one-on-one virtual campus visits, which are interactive, lots of videos, again, ways to engage with us. And again, like I said, I'm the contact for the entire state of Tennessee. So if you have questions, you can go ahead and take down my email, and I'll be happy to help you through the process. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Sarah, Philip, Elon, Carmen, Maisie, and Brad. I hope you have enjoyed learning about these 6 institutions this evening. I have one more housekeeping item for us to share here. When you do close out of this particular link, folks on the other end, you will receive a quick survey. We ask you to fill that survey out to give us some feedback about this session and how we can make it better for you. Again, sign up for more sessions as they become available. And if you would like to find a recording of this particular session, you can find that at the link that was shared to you during the registration process. Again, thank you for Lenoir-Rhyne, Faulkner University, Hendrix College, Ole Miss, Concord University, and the University of Colorado at Boulder. Folks, I wish you well, and thank you for joining us this evening. Good night.